Isn't that old?
No, he's not. Ty's older than him. Close.
My son's older than I, really, my son is over right now.
Get out.
This breeder we took. Also,
You don't look it. I did.
Wasn't a good one. Sleeping till 11 o'clock in the morning.
It's a fireman. That's what they do. 2 days off. They're country living. Until something goes wrong. 10 hours of sleep.
At least.
Paramedics. 24-hour shift. 45.
Hi.
Is there assigned seating?
Nope, pick a chair.
All
Couldn't get her to play,
Okay. Let's hope the meeting has a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Make sure we move that next time. Jennifer, can we have the roll call, please?
Roll call, Jeff Jeffco.
Here.
Richard Luckowitz.
Here.
Denny Sands.
Here.
Josh Snyder. Here. Mark Stanley.
Here.
Kellen Welsh.
Here.
All present.
Okay. Do we have any additions to the agenda?
Is this when I asked to move it up or? No.
No, we haven't. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, with no additions to the agenda, can I have a motion for approval of the agenda?
No, need to
Motion.
advance the agenda item first.
What?
It's not an addition, so it's a motion to advance 7A2 to right below 5B.
Okay, we need a motion to advance 7A2 to just below 5B.
I make a motion.
Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call vote, please. Do we need a roll call? Yeah.
Roll call, not an all in favor. Roll call, Richard Luckowitz.
Yes.
Kellen Welsh.
Yes.
Joshua Snyder. Mark Stanley.
Yes.
Jeff Jeffco.
Yes.
Denny Sands.
Yes.
Motion carried.
No, I can do citizen.
No, motion to approve the agenda as.
Okay. I need a motion to approve the agenda as amended. So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
We can't all in favor of that one like we normally do?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
You guys just thought to run the meeting, I'll just sit here and watch. Maybe I'll learn. Okay, now that we got that done, citizens addressing the board. Anybody else that's not on the list? Okay, Jan Schnorr.
Is it okay if I just sit here rather than stand?
Oh, you can do whatever you wanna do.
Jan Schnorr, I live on Pueblo. Mine is in regards to the water, sewer, and garbage bill. And I see that it's on the agenda. Do you want me to wait or?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I had to run home and get my notes. The first 6 years after I purchased my home, I lived there about 6 months out of the year, but I had to pay the full bill for the entire year, even though I was not there. When I asked somebody about it who was, quote, in charge, I was told that's just the way it is. Now that I am living here full time, the bill still concerns me. My bill shows that I use 2,000 or 3,000 gallons of water on most quarters. For some reason, there is a minimum, so I am charged for 8,000 gallons. That is 4 times more than I used last quarter. That sounds very excessive and unfair to me. That also means that I am paying 4 times the amount for sewer. another excessive and unfair overcharge. In numbers, that means that I had to pay $101.76 for 8,000 gallons instead of the $25.41 that would have cost for 2,000 gallons that I actually used. Since I use a lesser amount, shouldn't I be charged a lesser amount? How many other residents in Shabbona are also being excessively and unfairly overcharged? I can find no place on the water bill where it states there is a minimum of 8,000 gallons, so some people probably are not even aware of it. I realize that if I and all the others who are being overcharged were only to pay what we use, the village revenue would go down. But the cost per 1,000 gallons could be raised to make up the difference. Wouldn't that be a fairer plan? In this bag, I have my entire collection of garbage for this entire week. So this is what I will be putting out in the morning for collection. As you probably have seen, some people have their garbage cans overflowing week after week. Some people even have more than one garbage can overflowing. But we end up paying the same. Again, it doesn't seem fair. Why can't we just pay for what we use? I'm sure a system could be worked out that would be fair for all. Don't you agree? Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. We'll take those comments we'll look at it.
Can we add those comments or that time period when we go talk about that topic?
When we talk about,
We're
We're
talk
gonna
about
talk
it
about
tonight.
rates, yeah.
I don't wanna talk about it in July. I wanna talk about it tonight.
okay,
Sorry, utility rates are already on the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
and you've got the rates are in your packet, what we're charged, so.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Frank.
Jan. Ryan Maloney, water main response.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly say thank you to the village. I don't know if you guys helped out with that response. I thought it was really quick and service was restored well. Jen, I think you used that automated text communication, maybe? Was it you? Okay, yeah, that was great. So I just want to say thank you. That was helpful.
We'll address that a little bit later in the meeting too. Thanks, Ryan. Nicole Malik, water, NICOR gas line, internet, and a cat issue? No, okay.
So I just kind of want to know, since the water main was broken by a company that was hired by the village, our internet was also affected, and supposedly there was a gas leak hit. How is that reflecting on the residents? Are we picking up that cost, or is that going to be covered by the company that did the work?
We're gonna get into that
Okay.
later in the
Because I don't feel
agenda.
it's fair for the residents to have to pick up another cost. We already ate the cost of the well problem. So that's something I don't want to see happen again to the residents that are in this town. Also, I had called a couple of weeks ago. We have a neighborhood cat that's called Kelvin. And she puts an Apple iPod on this thing. Well, it's disrupting my family cats on my property. It comes directly on the back of my deck, which my fence is up and my backyard is all fenced in. So it's jumping fences or crawling in somewhere to get up all the way to the back of my deck on my property. I understand there is no cat enforcement, it's only a dog enforcement, but this cat is creating the issues on my household. So I want to see that if we can adjust that to where residents just can't allow their cats to just run all over it. Because it's on my property, I will do what I need to do to fix that problem. Because the cat is causing problems where my cats are now having health issues. I'm bringing my cats to the vets because it's stressing my cats out. And I posted a video on the Shabbona site of what it's doing. I want this town to step up and start taking action. Instead of, oh, well, we'll deal with it later. That's all I've heard. I don't think that it's fair that other residents are being disrupted and my family household is being disrupted because another neighbor just wants to get Facebook reviews. I think it's ridiculous. Thank you.
All right, that's all that's on the list. Was there anybody else that had anything for the board? Okay, let's go to number 5. Resolution 2026-02-19R4, selecting an engineer, a village engineering firm. All the board members have seen presentations from 2 engineering companies that we're considering. And if the board members didn't see the presentations, that they got pamphlets and literature from both the companies. So I would hope there'd be, we could choose one of the 2 engineering companies to go on. So the engineering companies are the Farnsworth Group, and the other one is Will and Hoffman. So any of you guys got comments either way with either one of them?
Is that resolution in the board packet?
Page 38.
Sorry. 39?
38, 39.
Should be like the second to last page.
Brian, can you tell me which one's the east people and which one is the west people?
The Farnsworth Group is from the east,
Farnsworth from the east?
and Will and Hoffman, their corporate offices in Dixon. They
Okay,
have offices in Freeport and DeKalb and,
okay, that's kind of the way I remember them, west and east.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Did you find it, Kellen?
Yeah, I found it. Is this resolution to appoint them as the village engineer? Because it just says engage the services of.
Would be both, would be to appoint them as a village engineer and also engage, I guess, if you do that, you'll engage their services.
But we're not establishing any type of a retainer agreement with them.
No retainer.
There is no retainer with them. Right.
The previous engineering group had a retainer, but neither one of these groups is asking for a retainer.
Are they asking for a contract?
No.
They both said that contracts are done project by project.
And if I may interject, you're gonna need to pick one tonight because one of the 2 is gonna be needed to address the water management. Yes. Well, I make a motion to, hire or engage the Willett.
Will and Hoffman,
Yeah, Willett Hoffman.
I second that.
you got a motion on the floor to engage Will and Hoffman?
And just to clear my mind, that's the west group.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion on the floor and seconded to engage Willard Hoffman as the village engineer. Could we have a roll call vote on that, please?
Roll call vote, Richard Lockowitz,
Yes.
Mark Stanley,
Yes.
Jeff Jeffco,
Yes.
Jenny Sands,
Yes.
Joshua Snyder, Kellen Welsh.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Good, we'll get all the group tomorrow and we'll get things going with it. Look at B, the village president's report, and tonight we're very fortunate, we've got new business in town. And the proprietor of that business, Elizabeth Hemphill.
Hi, that's me.
Is that, that's correct? And she's here to tell us about, a little bit about herself and her new business.
Kinda wanna address everyone, maybe I should just stand over there to do it?
That's fine. Yeah, you can, you're just like Jan, you can do whatever you want.
Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth Hemphill. I did not have really any time whatsoever to prepare anything. But I am opening up a spa in the downtown area. It is about kitty corner to the Casey's, that white building that used to be, I think, the old marina. Boat park, something like that. I am from Paw Paw, so I have not lived in Shabbona my whole life. I did, however, graduate from the high school here. I plan on offering massage therapy and aesthetic services. I have been a massage therapist for going on 4 years now, and an esthetician at the start of this last year. I have been practicing for 2 years for schooling, and I will be offering to start with massage therapy, waxing, back facials, and body scrubs. But I do plan on getting a sauna put in and having makeup be a thing for, like, school dances, for instance, or bridal makeup, that kind of thing. Since I am also licensed to do people's makeup. Don't look too closely at mine today. I just threw it on before I came here. But yeah, that seems, I don't know when I'm gonna start yet, because I will for sure be open by April, but renovations are going so quickly that I might be able to open up here in March. So I obviously do not want to be paying double rent at the place I'm already working, so hopefully I can get moved in and started as soon as possible. I've had to put new flooring down in this place and put walls up and new plumbing, and I'm doing a lot so that it'll be a nice place for everybody. So give me a chance, hopefully.
Well,
Welcome.
welcome,
What's the name of your
Elizabeth.
business?
The name of my business is going to be Blissful Spa. So it's kind of a play on words. If you've ever heard of the word blissful, I just changed it out for a Z because my name's Elizabeth. So I just wanted it to be my own. And I haven't heard of a spa called Blissful, so I wasn't worried about there ever being another one. So that was why I came to terms with that name.
Again, thank you and good luck.
Congratulations.
Any of those services you could use, welcome to Shabbona.
Facial,
Yeah, you
makeup,
could use that. Yeah.
beautification.
Elizabeth, your first customer.
There you go.
All right.
Let us know when you're open and we'll get him here.
Yes,
Thank
I
you very
will
much. And again, good luck.
probably be contacting, I heard there's a town newspaper around here, or someone that kind of does something like that.
Shabbona
Well,
Express.
there's a certain person who owns it who's sitting there.
Where? Oh, I have your contact information, given to me by, I think Beth Ainsley gave it to me. And I will be reaching out to you eventually, that hopefully you can spread the word and put it out there. But I'll be doing a soft opening before, like, a hard launch type deal, since I don't have everything, all the equipment and supplies that I need yet, and I'd rather do a nice big public opening when I have everything and it looks the way that I want it to look. But of course, I'm not gonna just not work, so I'm sure I'll have people coming in, before it's completely ready.
If you wanna have a big ribbon, Frank will cut it.
Oh, I would love to do a big
Yeah, we got
ribbon.
big scissors, right?
Scissors and the big ribbon, we got
I would
it.
love to do that.
We got
That
it
is on
covered.
my
Let's do
bucket
it.
list.
Ribbon
There
cut.
you
So
go.
we could even have like a camera video of it, and we'll post it on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll be there.
William,
Sounds good.
you can help us with that. Okay, thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Maybe things are going in the right direction here. We're getting some business, and I think that's great.
Absolutely.
Also, in my report, I just wanted to touch on the water main break we had. We're gonna deal with that in just a little bit, but I did wanna shout out to Jerry and John. Frank, you already did, and we had a couple citizens step up big time. And everybody probably remembers Buddy, right? Well, Buddy was here and worked 8 hours with us, or maybe a little more. And Matt Hingston did the same thing. So we had 2 citizens step up, and it was great. And Ryan, you're right, it was an excellent job, so we'll talk about that in depth a little more. 5C, no, I realize that. We're not gonna talk about the DeKalb County jurisdictional agreement. Nathan Schwartz has come down with an illness and he couldn't be here. So we'll move that to next month.
I think we moved the
Railroad, the other railroad.
And now I'm gonna ask for, let's see, we made a change in that resolution. And it's in your,
I handed it out to everybody, it's the one with the red sentence in the middle,
I think,
that would be what changed.
I think we didn't have it quite exactly as it was asked to do. So under this resolution, 2026-02-19R5, Section 1, we changed. The corporate authorities of the Village of Shabbona hereby authorize issuing a letter of intent to the Federal Railroad Administration for the village. I believe that's what we wanted to do, correct? And sending this letter of intent, there's no cost to the village. It's notifying the Federal Railroad Commission that we would like to move forward with this project. And as I understand it, they'll have 60 days to respond to us. So, I'd like to have a motion to approve this resolution 2026-2-19R5.
I got a question first, Frank.
Yes, sir.
You said there's 60 days, you're gonna send them a letter with a 60-day notice in it. What happens if they, number one, don't reply? Number two, if they reply that they're not interested in talking about this issue? Or what do we do, other than send a letter?
Yeah, right now, that's all we can do until we hear back from the Federal Railroad Commission. We have to notify them that we'd like to move forward.
So is this letter going to the federal
It's going to the Federal Railroad Commission.
and the railroad?
The Federal Railroad Commission first. And then if they choose not to entertain a railroad quiet zone, we can't go any farther.
Okay, so we're contacting the federal agency first,
Correct.
not the railroad.
No, the federal agency.
Okay.
And just to clarify, this is not for us spending any money. This is just an LOI, the letter of intent. So
Okay.
we're not, that would be at a later point if they come back to us and say we have to have X, Y, and Z done. Then we vote on that.
Is there any deadline where they have to respond by such and such?
60 days.
60 days.
60 days, okay.
So we'll look at the fact, it'll be looked at and whether there's a cost involved.
Correct, yeah. This is not anything about spending money. If we can get away with this, with $0, that's what we want to do.
Right.
Okay, thanks, Frank.
So I make a motion.
I second it.
Yeah, could I have a roll call vote on the motion, please?
Roll call vote, Richard Luckowitz,
Yes.
Mark Stanley,
Yes.
Jeff Jeffco,
Yes.
Jenny Sands,
Yes.
Josh Snyder, Kellen Welsh.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay.
I just excuse myself, I have to go to class, so.
GD.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard.
All right,
And just, you have to note the record.
I'm noting.
thank you. I have to go to class.
Okay.
Have a good evening.
Hope you're not late.
Yeah, I'm late already.
Oh, boy. Okay, we'll go on to 5D, the Public Works Report. Jerry, what do you got?
Well, with the change in weather, that made a round the leaf pickup, did some street cleaning. Finally got the hydrant set that we rebuilt on Pueblo Street.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sorry it took so long. worked on the valve that we couldn't get closed the night when the main broke. And cleaned up at the sewer plant and miscellaneous maintenance.
Great. Just a statement I wanna make, or recommendation. I spoke with the fire chief on how this may have affected them. And he said basically nobody contacted him personally to let him know that we had this going on. I know it was on our Facebook account and so forth, but I would strongly suggest in the future that if we have another one of these happen, that the fire chief is notified of what's going on and so forth, so that if they need to make some plans in case there is an incident in town, they could start doing that. I think he was a little, I won't say he was angry, but I think he was a little displeased that nobody reached out to him to let him know that we had this major water main break going on. So,
Problem being,
and he
though,
doesn't live in town.
I get it, but the problem being though, they didn't know they were in the predicament they were in until they went to shut the valve off to segregate it, and the valve wouldn't shut off.
Right. But I'm just saying.
So unless we add his number to the text,
well,
which maybe he wants to contact Jen and have his number.
It already has been, and he would have received, I believe, the boil order lifted notice when I did the mass text.
Okay.
So in the future, if we have another water main break, let's just say that's a possibility. Would you send out a text to everybody who's on that list?
Yes.
And then the fire chief would receive
I
it?
did not know the public notifications option, what it was and what it would do in our utility system. So I asked on it Thursday morning of our software company and found out, one, it was free to text, and two, how to set it up. And then I spent 5.5 hours setting it up Thursday, so
Well,
I
thank
could
you.
send the boil order text out, lifted text out, or a boil order still in effect if we had a testing issue. Because there was no way we could flyer every door
Right.
in the village.
Right.
So, and I also had contacts from the health department regarding the DeKalb County housings on Sequoia, because we don't have contacts for all those housings because they don't pay their own bills.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to offer another suggestion up. Maybe we do something annually or semi-annually on testing some of these valves. So they are rebuildable, right?
Removable,
Rebuildable.
if you wanna dig up the road.
Well, I mean, you gotta dig up the road if they're bad anyway,
I
right?
planned on exercising valves.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. I
But
mean,
if I can add to Jeff's comment,
I can see you
that's
went through yesterday.
bullshit. Because as soon as I seen the water leak, how bad it was, I called Joe, no answer. I text Joe, never got an answer. When Matt showed up, I told him fire department had to get notified. He tried calling Joe, no answer. So he called the guy up on Shabbona Road and told him. It's the only person he could get a hold of.
Well, like I said, I had a conversation with Joe, and I just asked him.
That's fine, maybe he wants to answer his text or answer his phone. But we give it,
Well,
we don't have time to just sit there and answer. the
No.
phone.
My only concern is that I think the fire department is a very crucial place to get a hold of when we have that type of a situation.
That's true, and the next time you talk to him, ask him why he didn't call me when he had a big fire and he took 60,000 gallons out of the water tower, which would make you guys go on a boiling order. So it works both ways too, but we did notify him. He just chose not to answer.
And quite honestly, Jeff, there's a couple of us here that spent many, many years on the fire department.
Yes.
And
So we don't.
we know what to do if the fire chief's not available, so.
Okay.
I think we pretty well got that covered.
Very good, thank you.
Okay, and then we'll go on to number one, there is the water main break. Is, I think everybody here knows that the boring company bored into a 8-inch water line,
We
broke
didn't
the
hire-
pipe.
We didn't hire that company though, right?
We did not hire that company, no.
They weren't under our, it had nothing to do with us, other than we allowed them to do that.
So, and we figure around 390,000 gallons of water. And it all seemed to, well, it did all go out through the street and heaved up the street, and we got a real mess there. We've been in contact with the parent company, Metro Communications. We had a meeting with them this week, and they have agreed to make us whole to do everything we need done. Hence, it was important that we get an engineering company to come in. So hopefully we can get them in here Monday or Tuesday, and they'll come up with an action plan to get the street rebuilt and make sure that the water main and the sewer hasn't been undermined there, that we have to do anything. So it was very important that we get a engineering company tonight.
Frankly, and they're gonna monitor future
Right.
boring.
And Dominic and I met with him, and Dominic can maybe explain a little farther, but I do believe we're gonna be made whole by it. We had it was almost a $13,000 bill we presented them on Tuesday. And that was for the water, and it was for labor, and it was for gravel, parts to fix the water main. And they said we'd have it by the end of the week, which is tomorrow. We'll have it barring the post office doesn't get it here, so. Anything you got to add to that?
No, and then the road will be rebuilt at their cost. And it's gonna be depending on the engineering. And we're gonna have to open up to make sure there's no damage to any of the other infrastructure, and they know that. So to confirm your concerns, that they shouldn't be concerns, they will be taken care of in hand.
We've got 60 foot of roadway there that we know is gonna have to be replaced, and it may go out to as much as 100 feet of roadway. Don't know, we'll find out this next week. We'll start it next week anyway. I'd like to get the road usable, and then in warmer weather, get the blacktopping redone, but.
So we did a really good job of marking, I mean, they knew,
There's no issue with marking.
No,
okay, they knew, yeah, what was marked that they shouldn't have done. what
It
they
sounds like the operator lost communication with the boring equipment, so they didn't know the depth and it went too low.
Gotcha. Very good.
There's a transceiver at the tip that lets them know how deep the boring is. And that's what they lost communication.
Very
I take it
unfortunate
we did the
accident.
marking, we did, so good job of doing that, so, good, we got ourselves covered there.
And they acknowledged that the marking was proper, and
The operator tried that, but it's clearly marked.
Right, yeah.
The only place it's not marked is where they blew up the road.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no marks there.
Well, good job on that, so.
we've had many issues with this company, and
I heard that they had issues in Waterman with this company too.
they've had some issues, yeah, so. And that was one of the things that we asked the same subcontractor not be allowed back into Shabbona.
Correct.
And they've agreed to that, so. I don't know if one subcontractor's any better than the other, but we'll try a new one. They seem to think they've got about, what'd they say,
4 to 5 days.
4 to 5 days left in town.
So at their expense, they're gonna have our village engineer present to observe. And they're gonna have to have one of their supervisors present to observe, so they just can't walk away. So they'll have one of our people and one of their own supervisors present for the remainder of the work.
Good job. Well, we'll see. We think so, but we'll see. Let's go on to committee reports. Do any of you have any questions on what happened with the water main or before you got a question?
I don't have a question, but in answer to something else, if you had an issue with losing your internet or something like that, there is, if you go to Connexus, CONXXUS, Google that up, down at the bottom of their page is a quick link to report a construction incident, and you can make a claim. It's between you and them, because we don't have any say in that, but they say that they will work with people.
Okay, because I'm still having issues. So I don't know.
And if you have MediaCom, just make sure you're reaching out to MediaCom that they're coming out to look at it.
Okay.
And everybody in town's gotta know, we didn't choose this company. We have,
I don't think anybody understood that.
yeah,
When it
we didn't have anything to do with it. The Illinois Communications Act kind of forces that on us. We've got another one coming through right on the heels of this one, and we can't stop it, so. We're looking to come up with a new ordinance, but I don't know if that's gonna be legal or not. That's what,
You
down
can't
this
do
is.
it. Yeah, but they also have legislation pending right now addressing this issue because of all the hits. Your community is not the only one. One of our other communities had 7 hits in 3 weeks.
Are you planning on meeting with this new group of people coming in?
They will, yep.
Just kind of let them know that.
The parent company, the Metro Communications, is well aware of it. That's who
I
brings
mean,
the
the next group
subcontract.
that's coming in, are you gonna plan on meeting with them just to
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
go through this?
Yep. Very good. Any other questions before we jump ahead here? Okay, committee reports, infrastructure committee. Mark, you got anything?
Nothing to add at this time.
Okay, finance committee, Callan?
We're still working on the budget. We'll have that ready before April. I expect we'll have a finance committee meeting sometime in March. I'm gonna get together with Richard. And then we schedule that.
Development committee, Josh?
So we had a meeting last month, to discuss the e-bike ordinance and e-scooter ordinance. The committee recommended that we don't look into enacting an ordinance at this time. It was suggested that the state might be imposing it through the vehicle code and wait and see what they end up doing. That's it.
That's it? Public affairs committee, Denny?
Yeah, we had a pretty extensive meeting. We covered a lot. What we're doing is planning the events for the town for next year. And we started off with the one that's kind of got everybody looking up. That's the Santa Claus on top of the water tower. Some people don't think it should be replaced. I personally think it should. There is an issue of safety for the village people or the village workers that have to go up there and reinstall it. But we talked about that topic in our committee, and the feedback we got from the city workers was they can handle it, that it could be done. It shouldn't be that big of a safety issue, but you never know with safety. Things do happen. So we're moving forward on that. The other complaint on the Santa deal was it may cost $50 or anywhere up to $100 to buy the Santa. I personally offer to pay that $100 if it costs. If the village don't want to pay it, I'll pay it. There's a lot of kids in this town that when it comes Christmas time, they're looking for Santa up there in that water tower. I know all my grandsons and granddaughters and great-granddaughters and whatever. Every year they point up at Santa Claus. So I think it's part of our community, and if it's safety, okay, I think we need to get back up there. So that's what we're working on that one. The other issue around Christmas time, we have the Christmas events at the church, and the fires have been expanded out now to the Lions Club and the fire department. I think they both do a little something on that night too. And one issue that came up was power connectors. Some of them are going to have to be replaced. They weren't working right or correct or whatever. There were some outages, or I don't know exactly what the issue was. What's that?
I didn't hear you. What's that issue?
There were some power connectors that didn't want to work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
As soon as the weather breaks.
Yeah. So they're going to be fixed and repaired. Okay, and then coming up nationwide is America's 250th anniversary as a country, and we're gathering information about what we may want to do here in the village, or with perhaps another town, or with DeKalb County, or with the state of Illinois, or with whoever. I would think there'll be quite a few different celebrations in different towns, and whether everybody can have it on the 4th of July, or maybe we would have ours a few days early or a few days later. I don't know. Well, that's the issues we're going to talk about.
I thought we locked and loaded, we're having a 4th of July event.
Yeah, well, we are, yeah. It's pretty much 99%. You always want to have an option out there.
That's going out in the April newsletter, that
Okay.
the 4th of July is happening on the
Go
4th
ahead.
of July.
Go ahead.
So if it changes, I need to know.
With a parade.
Well, the 4th of July will, but I'm talking about the America 250 celebration. I think they're two different things.
Well, I think we were planning on celebrating America 250 on the 4th of July.
Right,
for the
yeah.
4th of July then.
Yep. But it should make the 4th of July a little more special.
Agreed.
Okay, and the community garden was brought up. That's the plots right out here. There is now 3 openings left or something like that. If anybody
No
wants.
one's signed up yet. I have one verbal that they're gonna sign up for at least 4 plots, maybe 5.
Yeah.
So we're gonna till when the weather breaks in May, till 10 plots.
So if anybody wants to use that garden,
Come see me at the village office.
yep.
A
The
lot of
farmers,
people use it to plant watermelons and cantaloupes and big things like that.
Is the person that is signing up for it the one who maintains the garden, or does somebody else come and water the garden?
you do your
Whoever
own.
signs up for it is
Yeah.
responsible.
Yeah.
There's a hydrant there that hose and meter's hooked up to, so you can bring something to
Very
put water
easy
in.
to do it.
And the village tills it?
Okay, the farmer's market, which is held in the old Purdy's lot, they used to do, or they, correct me if I'm wrong, they used to be once a week, right? Every Saturday. This year they're gonna go to every other Saturday. So that'll be a change there. There's a Village of Shabbona marketing brochure that our committee's working on to make a pamphlet that could be sent out to our residents, both in the village and in the town, and also be handed out to people that visit the state park. As we all know, there's a lot of visitors to that state park, and let's get them some information. So that's what we're working on. And in conjunction with that brochure, what the committee also is working on, and we've been a very active committee. We got all these ideas, and I hope we have enough time to get most of them done. We're looking at putting some village signage up. most of us probably remember Beth Ainsley used to have a sign down there by the old hardware store with different announcements and stuff on. We want to get that sign back up. We're looking at really doing a sign that is quality, you know, it's going to look really sharp.
Digital, not.
Digital, yeah.
No.
And it'll be up to date where you can change whatever the sign is saying off your laptop or off the laptop that's assigned to it. So it's, you know, it'll be a new generation of advertising. And we're also looking for electrician, you know, hook it up, and perhaps a bricklayer who could build the pillars that go up, that holds the sign in place. It'll be a two-way sign. You can read it going west or you can read it going east. We're going to start with one sign there, is my opinion of the committee's ideas now. But I think we're looking at doing more signs later. And maybe one out at Indian Road and 30, one out west on 30, maybe at the edge of town, and maybe another one down on Preserve Road. And perhaps another one is that you come out of the park and you meet Preserve Road and there's those little signs right there. We could put a nice town sign there. Just some way to get the word out about our town, what we would have to offer to people, that we do have things downtown that may interest them. They can come in and get a pizza, they can come in and go to the Historical Society, they can come in and go to the library. I know there's tour spa, yeah, your spa.
I'm noting it, don't worry.
Yeah, well, we may ask you to help, so. We're looking for more volunteers because we got all these big ideas and we know we're gonna need help.
And regarding the digital sign, the village is in the process of applying for a grant through DeKalb County Community Foundation for $20,000, up to $20,000. It's due to be turned in by 3/1, which is a Sunday, so it's due to be turned in by next week. There's also another grant that Frank pointed out to me today from T-Mobile that I'm gonna look into. That one also has a March deadline, so I'll apply for both of them at the same time.
Yeah, when she says the village is applying for grants, that's Jen. Jen is applying for grants.
And the last thing I got is, most of us have seen the planters that are downtown along the US 30, the flowers that grow in the cement boxes. This year, the boxes are going to be assigned to whoever volunteers to take care of that particular box. Do we have any openings left? Or?
And you can speak to
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
Yeah. Adaptive
Go ahead.
program.
So the idea was, in the past, the planters have all been filled by one person, and that one person did a fabulous job, and it was a ton of work, and it really was just too much. So she has resigned that volunteer position, and so we have, actually Jen has proposed the idea of an adoptive planter program. So there would be no fee to adopt the planter. It would just be your time. The village would provide the flowers, and you would reserve the planter that you would want, and then you would be in charge of planting the planters, and then also weeding them, and probably watering too. The public works guys do, but like the ones that are downtown are automatically watered, but then the ones that are around, there's over 30, there's like 38 planters altogether. So the idea would be to have families. It could be, there'll be a little placard in there that says, the Nelson family, or in memory of Tom Nelson, or it could be the agriculture club or the basketball team or whoever, the downtown businesses. You could have your name in the planter. So that is coming out in March as well. More information That's just the planters, that's not like around the curbing and stuff, those big areas?
The welcome signs are going to be done by,
We have a volunteer for that, all 4 welcome signs. The bump outs you're referring to, it'll be in the literature that we have. We're looking for multiple volunteers to help clear those, do anything that needs to be doing, if there's some planting that needs to happen in them.
those are perennial though, so
Yeah.
those will automatically come up. But they, weeds, right. And we did have a volunteer last year who spent time, hours and hours weeding. So,
And he hasn't said he's not gonna do it again. I hope that he will. And then, all of you know, that was John Rood, and he
Let's
did
say
an
he's
excellent
also
job
out of
on those.
state.
he's what?
Yeah, he's out of state for now.
Oh, okay.
But he'll be back.
in Florida.
Yeah.
So we're excited to get some community involvement and, you know, the beautification as well as the enthusiasm from the community. I'm really looking forward to it.
From the few people that have been talked to, we have 2 people signed up already without any literature going out, and another person that said they'll do 1 or 2.
Are we gonna do some literature
Yes.
going out?
We're working on a flyer and a postcard that'll probably get mailed out to everybody.
Can we put those applications in the newsletter?
Yes. But we're gonna try to get something out, like a postcard in March to heads up to people, so they can start signing it up and get the word out there.
Shabbona Express.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you once we finalize things, I'll send it to you. When do you go to publish next?
Normally like the first week of March.
Okay. We'll get you some information next week then.
Anything else, Denny?
I think that's it. I'd like to thank, the committee. We've been really active and got a lot of ideas out there. We'll see what the conclusions are. So if you would like to help, volunteer. This is your town too. Okay.
There will be a parade.
When?
So, 4th of July.
Oh.
So start thinking about your float.
There will be floats, so go sign up.
And
Yeah,
trophies.
trophies this year, yeah.
So you guys actually do a contest then? Like everyone votes on the floats?
We are planning on it, yeah.
Who's voting?
Undecided, I would say.
Yeah, we haven't decided, we haven't got that.
We've never done a contest before, so this would be innovation.
The very first one.
We're not as advanced as Papa is.
I was gonna say, I love doing floats in Pawpaw. I've been in many of the floats in Pawpaw.
Thanks, Denny.
Yep.
Okay, let's go on to F. The sheriff's reports are in your packet. If you've had a chance to read them, is there any questions or comments?
I've noticed that the city or the county has been in during the daytime more, lately, this last month, so. I know that was a push that somebody wanted to see done, and I think you talked about it.
I've asked that they be in town more in the daytime, yes.
So I've noticed that, yeah, they are coming, they're sitting in.
The hours they come in are adjustable, so.
That's typical for police work. In the wintertime, you're busy during the day. In the summertime, you're busy, in the evening and later at night. So that goes with the job.
So, anybody got any questions or comments, or? Okay, let's move on to G, the village clerk. Approval of the regular board meeting minutes from January 15th, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second? Roll call?
Roll call vote to approve the board meeting minutes of January 15th. Jeff Jeffco, Mark
Yes.
Stanley.
Yes.
Denny Sands.
Yes.
Kellen Welsh.
Yes.
Richard Lockwitz is now absent. Josh Schneider.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Clerk report, I guess. That's you again.
So just to touch a little bit more on the public notification, the mass text that went out for the boil order being lifted. Like I said, I didn't know what that was or that it really existed until that Thursday after it happened. So it's something in the future we can use for emergencies. Technically, you're supposed to have people sign up for it, which we can do if we want to use it for other things, like notifications that garbage day has changed or such. But for emergency situations, if there's an active cell phone on an account, they're getting the text. There are still 135 accounts that I do not have valid phone numbers for or phone numbers at all. So out of 438. So those people, I was able to narrow it down on from the things I've put out twice now, requesting information from people. They will be getting their own direct mailing to request that information. Because a couple of them were people that have had some issues with readings and stuff, but I don't have a way to contact them. So, FOIAs, just to let you know, in February to date, I have had 10 FOIAs in 6 days. 8 of them were from one person of prairiestatewire.com, which is a legitimate online newspaper type thing. Almost every Illinois municipality, if not all, got the same FOIAs. They varied from, it was all stuff from January, how many contracts did you sign? How many building permits did you issue? It was all over the place, but I only had 2 of them that I had documentation because we didn't sign any contracts or issue any permits. Also, my Curious Person 2025 requested building permits, applications, permits, blueprints, etc. for 210 West Comanche. There wasn't a lot there. The only blueprint on file was from, I guess the 70s or the 80s when it was Hardware Hank and they had to do some structural reinforcement to the ceiling of the main floor to the second floor. I had a drawing for that. Permits were only required to keep for 5 years. So there's nothing on file for the past 5 years. So just kind of an FYI. I've spent over 15 hours so far this month on FOIAs. I'm hosting a NIMCA meeting, which is the Northwestern Illinois Municipal Clerks Association at the Resource Bank this coming Wednesday, the 25th. It's going to be around 25 to 30 clerks present. So, which is really cool, and the weather looks like it's going to be good, so people will be able to get here.
Might be a good thing for us to stay away from.
You're welcome to stop in. Welcoming is at 10 o'clock, and if you want to say a couple words, you're welcome to.
Nope.
Yeah, turned down. Zoning Board of Appeals and Planning Commission meeting is scheduled for Thursday, March 5th at 6:30 p.m. There's 2 public hearings scheduled. Agenda and packets were emailed out today for initial reviews. I sent it out to the Zoning Board Planning Commission, and I also emailed it to all of you guys. So if you want a printed packet, let me know and I'll print for you. I won't be posting it until the end of next week, just in case I get any feedback to make any agenda changes or anything. I have plenty of time to post it, so.
The hearing notices went out.
Oh yeah, they were published 18 days in advance, counting weekends. So, yep, that was all I had.
No, you're able to take a breath now. Okay. Let's go on to 6, the financials. Approval of bills and the payroll for February 2026.
Make a motion to approve.
Yeah, I have a second, please.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Roll call vote to approve bills and payroll for February. Mark Stanley,
Yes.
Jeff Jeffco,
Yes.
Danny Sands,
Yes.
Josh Schneider,
Yes.
and Callan Walter.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, we'll go on to B, an IMRF accelerated payment, resolution 2026-02-19R1. this is a payment that we have to make up for Buddy's IMRF that I'm not sure why we're doing it, but it looks like we have to do it.
It's a common thing. It's due to a retired member's retirement being greater than the employer contributions made over the employee's working career, which then creates a shortage in the employer reserve account, and we are required to pay that portion of the present value of the pension. It's attributable to the earning increases within the final rate of earnings period, which was in that one on page 17. It was April of 21 through April of 25, that the earnings exceeded the greater than 6% or 1.5 times the increase in the CPI urban. So wage increases were given with the COLA rate or 5%, so that his increases and his all contributed to us going over the 6%. I called IMRF, I talked to them about it to ask what this was when I got the notification. I talked to them twice. There is no option on it, we have to pay it, so.
He deserved it. He deserved
Well, it doesn't affect anything on him,
No.
it's village funds,
Oh, okay.
it's employer contributions.
They can't take it off what Jerry and John are gonna use.
No, because theirs nope, doesn't work that way.
You said you were gonna use it.
And it impacts our entire bottom line of IMRF right now. And we have two other former employees that pull IMRF.
I had to.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
You're all close.
Yeah, can I have a second for that motion, please?
Make a motion to approve it.
Need a second.
Buddy
Need a
deserves it.
second.
Oh, I second it.
I'll second.
Okay.
Whatever.
You and Jerry talk, we'll take care of this. Roll call vote, please.
Roll call vote to approve resolution authorizing the IMRF payment. Jeffco,
Yes.
Kellen Welsh.
Yes.
Josh Snyder.
Yes.
Denny Sands.
Yes.
Mark Stanley.
Yep.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That was easier than I thought.
You don't have a choice.
Death or taxes, right? Or both?
Both.
Both.
Treasurer's report as of January 31st, 2026. Any questions on that? I hope that things are easier to read and we know, the board members know where we're at. We put quite a bit of work into some new spreadsheets and some new, getting some new stuff out so the,
It's not hidden.
well, it's easier to see. I don't know about hidden, but even I can see it now, so that's good.
Could you give me an idea of what the other sources are on the fund summary report?
Yes, so, the water bills, the water sewer garbage, that is not considered revenue. It's considered accounts receivable. So it goes into other sources until then it gets added to the total number then the next month. So it's the, when you look at the list of revenue, the water, sewer, the utility bills are not included in revenue. The utility bills are considered accounts receivable.
What is included in revenue, not the utility bills?
The second page.
Page numbers are all funky.
Or, well, the second page of the treasurer's report. So liquor licenses,
January revenue report, that was the next page after the fund summary.
Basically, any tax we get in or anything that, liquor license,
Which sources there are coded to water and sewer?
none.
none of these are.
None. Those all go into either, put the code at the beginning that's 01. If it starts with 01, that's the general fund.
Okay.
And 17 is the MFT fund, and 30 is, I
Capital improvement. Those are the only three that get revenues.
Okay, so where's the, like, the $154 for water fund revenues? What is that?
Be water sales. Pool fills, contractor buying water.
The boring company buying water to forward.
Okay.
Indian Creek
So we
bought
did help
water
them
when
out.
they watered their new sod for their ball field.
Okay, and just so I'm clear on this, in other sources where it says $24,000, water fund, that is based on accrual, not based on, like, cash that we actually received?
Correct.
Okay. We're just anticipating receiving it, okay.
And it's been processed through our system, it just hasn't hit all of the appropriate accounts.
Right.
But
To
most
balance
of
out.
the utility bills have actually been paid now, almost all of them, yeah?
Okay.
And if you see here, we have a funds report, and it shows you where our revenues and expenses are for each one of the funds. And maybe we'll start with some of the questions on water and sewer. If you look, you'll see the water fund is $3,300 deficient, which has come a long ways. We've worked hard to bring some money back that we paid out of the funds. So we're trying to get this back into shape, but to answer some of the questions, the water fund is deficient even at 8,000 gallons per quarter minimum. We'll talk about it just a little bit farther, but you can see on the funds there's $144,000 surplus in the sewer fund. But 4 years ago, we spent $350,000 cleaning the sludge out of the sewer ponds. So we have to build up revenues to be able to do that. And anybody that lives in town can look up and see the water tower is gonna need to be cleaned again. And so right now, we're not gonna be able to do it. We do have to look at the revenue that we bring in. And, Mr. Lawyer, we have to maintain a certain amount of money in those two accounts for the EPA. So it's.
You can't operate at the deficit for the IEP if you run a low interest fund. And by law, those have to be segregated funds, so you can't commingle them, and they have to be their own. That's why it's not a revenue on the general fund.
So, trust me, we are working at it really hard. I think when this board started, we were $450-some thousand in the arrears in the water fund. So we're working at it.
Our grant, or our audit helped fix a lot of some fund issues. And then Angie and I are really confident in what we're doing. So she's doing a great job with depositing funds and monies, and we know where we're putting them is where they should be put.
Did that, grant money come through that we were waiting on?
The $65,000?
Yeah.
So I submitted the first quarterly report they requested for that and asked what I needed to do to close it out. And a week later, I got an email stating I'm submitting this for payment reimbursement of $65,000. So we are waiting on a check from the state. We'll celebrate when I get the check.
Maybe in the mail, and you know what that means.
If you'll excuse me, I actually have a broken tailbone, and so sitting for this long is just, it's just a bit much right now.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
So, thank you for having me.
Good luck. And you also see in there a different colored sheet that we're showing you where we stand with the loans that we do have out.
Loans, leases, and grants. Frank asked me to add the Bobcat leases to it, so you get a snapshot.
I hope this is making it easier for everybody. It certainly does me, so.
Definitely.
Okay, could I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
I'll second it.
Roll call vote, please.
Roll call vote for accepting the treasurer's report. Mark Stanley,
Yes.
Josh Schneider,
Yes.
Jeff Jeffco,
Yes.
Denny Sands,
Yes.
Callan Walsh.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, and the operating statement all goes along with that, so. Is there any questions on the operating statement? We'll consider that approved also then. E is utility billing. And we're looking at that, we've got information in here for the board as far as what we charge and what other municipalities charge. And believe me, I don't wanna charge anybody a dime more than they have to be charged, but we do have to watch how much money we have in each one of these funds. It's a work in progress.
Page 25 gives you a quarterly snapshot of the amount received for utility bills and the expenses, the monies we're paying out of those items. And then the bottom line is what we received versus our expenses. Some months are okay, other months are not. The fourth quarter is only for 1 month right now, because it's only for January.
Hey Frank, got a question. There's quite a range on, especially the garbage area in different towns compared to what we're paying. You know, some are paying less than $20 and we're paying, $65.
And you may wanna look on that, some of those places paying $20 are paying $20 monthly.
Oh, okay,
Our $65 fee is quarterly,
oh, okay,
so every 3 months.
that makes sense.
And out in the last column there, the far right column, it shows if they're quarterly or bi-monthly or monthly. We're gonna have to drill down on this a little better, but,
It just seems like we're paying an awful lot.
When does the garbage go up for bid again?
we've got
Next
one
year.
more year, I believe, on the contract.
Contracts through December 31st of 2027.
And I can just about bet you it'll go up.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, that
The
just,
interesting thing is last time we negotiated a contract with Northern Illinois Disposal, it went down from what it was the previous year.
Go there, I lied to you. I'm sorry.
Let's hope.
Any chance we could go to, you know, buy a sticker for a bag? So if you use 50 bags, you buy 50 stickers. If you use 1 bag, you buy 1.
I don't think they offer that. It depends,
They have a set rate for us
based on the number of residents.
per resident.
It's how we negotiate the contract.
Yeah, we have houses in town that don't have anything but garbage. They have no water, no sewer, they pay the same amount that you pay in garbage.
They don't pay water and sewer because they're on a well.
They don't have water
Their
and
own
sewer,
septic.
yeah.
Not because they're special.
Usually more likely the landfill fees are gonna go up again.
It is a pass.
That's the
And
that the landfill fees go up.
yeah, Dominic just mentioned this is a pass-through. We don't make any money on garbage. We pass through.
I did have an idea, and I know other towns and other states do it. They have a community area where citizens as seniors will come and pay per bag to drop garbage. And then there's separate recycling containers so they can drop their recycling. Is that something that the town could look into for senior citizens? She's not the only one.
Yeah, I'll vote for
And we can,
Yeah, really.
why would you vote for that?
that. Well, I'm a senior.
Oh, okay.
I think it would, you know, if you charge
Again,
$2 a bag,
the garbage company is charging us per residence. And they don't care if a senior lives there or not.
so there
Is
is,
it something we can look into? Yes, we can.
so there is another company that I've seen a lot of towns moving to, which is LRS.
Striking, they had huge garbage issues
Oh,
last
okay.
year. Bad. Everybody that has them is doing bids as soon as they can to find a new company. They are not happy with LRS. Waterman, Earlville,
Okay.
and
I've
there's
just seen them
two
all over. I
others
mean, it
that, oh yeah, they had weeks where they had no pickup.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They came in and said.
So I
It's
know
gonna
it
be a
doesn't,
hard recovery for that company.
Yes, it
it
is.
doesn't answer the questions we had tonight, but we're looking to it. It's in the board packet. It's an ongoing. We're looking at it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna promise you it's gonna be any cheaper, but I know we're not the highest municipality around for water, are we?
And just
No.
a thought too, I think possibly all of us that are sitting up here also pay the minimum with the 8,000, even though we use 2,000.
I don't use,
I use way more than that.
I know, you do?
Yes.
I haven't for years either.
No.
I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about, Jamie.
Right.
So.
I'm probably like the number 2 payer of water in the village.
You're further down,
I'm
believe
up
me.
there. I'm up
Believe
there.
me.
You just
Yeah.
think your bill's big.
Yeah, you're much further down than you think.
Okay,
So we get you. I get it.
moving on. Let's
Could I just say one more thing on utility? If we're all done with utility bills. and
take a
rates?
breath and do it, yep.
Just so you know, there were 7 accounts that had not paid their utility bill by February 14th. On Monday, the 16th, delinquent notices were posted at all 7. 6 accounts were paid before the end of the day Monday, which would be 4:30 p.m. 1 account was shut off on Tuesday morning, but it was back on by Tuesday afternoon. So as of Wednesday, I had a payment arrangement I did for a situation. As of Wednesday, everybody that needed to be paid in full was paid in full.
That's pretty good compared to what it has been, so.
Hey, Frank,
You're done with that. We're gonna go on to resolution.
Frank, I got a question before you move on.
Okay,
Are we assigning this issue of, like Jan, paying a lot more than what would seem would be appropriate? And maybe others that are using a lot more are paying less because Jan's making up for it.
well,
Are we
the
addressing those
minimum
issues?
bill is 8,000 gallons. And anybody that uses over that pays per gallon for the water they use over the 8,000.
But they're not being charged more than what they're actually using then.
No, they're
But there
not.
should be some penalty then if we're gonna make it fair for everybody.
Can we at least sign that to a committee to investigate?
Yeah, we'll assign that. I believe that'll go to the finance committee first. We do need to look at it. Obviously, we need to look at it. So,
You also have to look at your IEPA agreements, because you can't cause yourself to go into a deficit.
We're already in one.
I understand, but you can't lower your rates to cause yourself.
We're trying to work ourselves out of the deficit,
we're trying to
not
get,
run
It's just a matter of
ourselves
law.
in deeper.
I
But I
can,
said if you could raise the amount per 100, or per 1,000 gallon, but just have us pay for what we use, even though we'll be paying more per 100,000 gallon. Does that make sense?
can I promise you we'll look at that?
If
To
you need
work.
me to look at it with you, that would be.
No, you might browbeat us to death.
The
Jan,
finance committee
we-
meeting will get posted
Yeah.
to the public and you can come.
That's not derogatory, just,
Wait.
well, maybe it is. Thanks for your input. Now, we're gonna go on to resolution 2026-02-19R2. It's an email module for utility billing. And we have talked about this in the past. And there's figures in there for what it will save us.
So 196 utility bill accounts have signed up that they would do an email bill, which is 50% of the mailed out bills. The module has a one-time fee of $650, and then annually there's $388 renewal. In the first year with the $650 one-time fee, the village would save $640 on postage and labor and printing. After that, we would save at least $900 a year. And if more people sign up, there's more savings.
So that's like, how much is that per bill? How many utility bills do we send out?
406 utility bills. But I have some bulk mailing of bills too, because I have a dozen people that get 3 or more bills. Because they pay all their property bills, they don't charge their tenants.
Okay. I was just thinking crudely, it's what, like $2 and something per bill?
I'm a calculator girl, not a mental math girl.
We could potentially offer people a discount for signing up for the email, and that would entice people to actually do it.
We could, but we're struggling money-wise.
I know, but if it was like, thanks, if it's like $1.
That could be considered with the review of rates and fees.
Yeah.
So as a utility billing clerk, I'm asking you to consider approval to add the email module to Locus.
I make a motion to approve it, because I think we need to step forward, not step backwards.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mark Stanley?
Yes.
Callan Welsh?
Yes.
Josh Snyder?
Yes.
Jeff Jeffco?
Yes.
Denny Sands?
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries.
Will the newsletter go email too?
Yes, or I'm also I'm making arrangements if this passed, that we can put copies, I can get something to hold them, and the post office has given us permission to put copies in there. Put them at the library, can put them at the hotel probably, for people that come through there. Any of the businesses that are willing to have them on their calendar, for people that come through, the restaurants and that. So plus it'll be emailed out. It's posted on the website too, so you can always get to it. And I know, but I'm making arrangements to have, and office always has paper copies, and here, so.
Okay, let's go on to 7, A, resolutions. Resolution 2026-02, 19R3 is for the purchase of a water pump that will be used on the Bobcat skid steer that we purchased. I've been around a lot of these water main breaks that we had in the last water main break, and we're trying to de-water the hole to get into it to repair the break. And the pump that we have in the cold weather doesn't start. We're spraying ether in it, and we're putting everybody to sleep with the amount of ether. And we just need a self-priming pump that we can throw in the hole and run and not have to work with an auxiliary engine. It's long overdue. I don't know how many years that I've watched public works people struggle with a pump. This past water main break, we had our pump we couldn't get running. We had 2 sump pumps in the hole. I went to Waterman and borrowed their trash pump. The contractors went and bought a trash pump. And I do believe we were out longer than we had to be because we couldn't get the hole de-watered. Maybe Jerry's got a different idea, but
We would have saved if we had the right equipment.
and
What are we looking for total cost?
$4,345.
That's everything we need to run it off the Bobcat?
That's the hoses, the couplers, everything we need to run it. Some extension hoses. I realize it's a pretty big ask right now, but possibly we can work with the vendor and trade some equipment off that we don't use and get it down a couple $1,000, but right now is what we're asking you to do is approve the $4,345 for the pump. And in your packet, it shows what we're trying to come up with. I can't think of anything right now today that we need more.
Especially with another boring company coming in.
It may get used, and I'll tell you what, I'd be real happy if it never come off the shelf.
Well, and if it does get used, we can bill them for service of the pump, correct?
Okay.
So, there you go. I make a motion to approve that.
Well, thank you very much. I'd like a second for that motion.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Roll call vote to approve purchase of the Bobcat water pump. Mark Stanley.
Yes.
Jeff Jeffco.
Yes.
Denny Sands.
Yes.
Callan Welsh.
Yes.
Joshua Snyder.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Then 2 on here, we've already taken care of the work on the quiet zone. Let's go to 7A number 3 and as a village president, I'm very unhappy about this. We have a resignation from the village board, and that would be Jeff Jeffco. He's turned in a resignation. He has his own reasons for leaving us. I wish he wasn't, but he needs it, so, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Well, I thank you for making my nomination. Just something I have to do right now, so.
And I would hope that with the amount of committees and things we have, when things get better, which they will, he'll be back to help us. So I would, at this time, I'd like a motion to accept Jeff's resignation.
Make a motion to accept.
Second. Roll call vote, please.
Roll call vote. Mark Stanley.
Yes.
Denny Sands.
Yes.
Jeff is gonna abstain.
Yes.
Josh Snyder.
Yes.
And Callan Welsh.
Yes.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Okay, with that being said, I have a nomination to fill.
That's down. No business.
Pardon me?
Your nomination's down here.
Well, we're to the point, new business A, the jurisdictional agreement with DeKalb County. We won't look into that until we get Nathan Schwartz here to explain to us what it is. It's come up before, but I don't think any of us really know what it is.
I have no idea. I was gonna ask.
So Nathan will be here next month. We'll just move it to next month.
Okay.
No? Okay. That's what we're paying for. I'm gonna nominate Steve Wilhelm, who's in the back of the room, to take Jeff's seat. Steve has been a member of the community far longer than I have, and he's willing to step up, and I think it's the right person for the job. So I'd like to nominate Jeff, and I'd like to have a
Steve.
pardon me?
Steve. That was short-lived.
That was a short term.
Yeah.
Nominate Steve.
If I could have a motion to appoint Jeff as the new.
Steve. How about this? I make a motion to.
Let me make.
appoint
No,
Steve.
I really don't want Jeff to leave.
No, you don't.
I'll make the motion.
You can't.
We
You can't.
You can't.
You can't right now.
Resign.
You can't.
You resigned.
Go on, get the
You
hell out of
already
here.
resigned.
I'd like a
I've
motion
resigned
to
already.
appoint
I make a
Steve.
motion to approve Steve.
I second that motion.
Gonna have a roll call vote.
Mark Stanley?
Yes.
Kellen Welsh?
Yes.
Josh Schneider?
Yes.
Denny Sands?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Welcome, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you.
We want to administer the oath of office.
There you go.
At this time,
Could
we'll
you come up
administer
there, Steve?
the oath of office.
You want this chair here?
No, you keep that.
You sure?
Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Steve Wilhelm,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the laws and ordinances of the Village of Shabbona,
the laws and ordinances of the Village of Shabbona,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Board Trustee
of the office of Board Trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Welcome to the Village Board,
Thank
Steve.
you.
We're happy to have you.
Steve, it didn't say anything in there about following Dominic's lead.
Oh,
But
that's
you
a given.
need to be able to follow Dominic's lead. So.
That's a given.
Okay, now we get to the best part, 10. I'd like a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Aye.
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 Right.
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Steve, could I
Could we go?
visit with you for just
No,
a
you gotta
moment?
stay. You stay there, buddy.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for everything. Could you, email me your password for your email?